make sure that you're giving this plenty of attention. You know why? Because you are about to see what somebody did in a very short period of time. And a lot of people will say it's impossible, right? I was teaching in front of a class of 20 people just last week. And I said, guys, if I told you what you're about to hear was possible, would you have believed me? They're like, absolutely not, right? So you're going to get it straight from the horse's mouth, right? So we're going to go and pop on. And Nick, please, if you can, introduce yourself. Everybody, tell everybody where you're from and where you reside now.
Yeah, what's up, everyone? I'm Nick. I'm from Indianapolis originally. I lived there pretty much my whole life, but I moved to Florida a little over 2 years ago, Orlando, Florida. That's where I have my license at. And yeah,
Cool, awesome. And then Nick, just give them like the 10-second story about how we met. We sat down next to each other. Where?
yeah. So it was so crazy because we were both in a mastermind. We went to an event in Arizona, Scottsdale, Arizona, and we just happened to sit next to each other, and we just happened to both live in Florida. And at the time, I was in a different industry. It was a marketing coaching program we were both in, and it was a different business that I had. But somehow, but anyways, we hung out. We went to lunch. We got each other's numbers. We hung out all weekend, and we just kicked it. We're like, hey, we both live in Florida. Let's catch up sometime and like support each other. And then we ended up. What ended up happening is my wife offered, to me to do real estate with her down here in Florida, and it was something a dream of hers. And I took her up on it December of 22 to start the course. And I called Christian and was like, hey, man, what type of real estate coaching do you do? I couldn't remember exactly what kind. He's like, commercial. I'm like, oh, I'm like, all right, well, we need to talk about it more. And so then that transpired. And then here I am.
Yep. Yep. Love it. Okay. So we met, I think it was about a year and a half ago. And Nick was completely different age, different industry, different line of work, moves to a new city, new state, new line of work. And what was kind of going on inside your mind, Nick, when you're like, okay, I'm gonna like phase out from this one line of work and into the other? Like, what was going through your mind, like in terms of like paying bills and responsibilities and stuff?
Yeah, I knew it was going to be. Yeah, I had some obviously just fear. Had some fear and some, I questioned myself. Had some, some doubts and stuff. So I was dealing with some things in my mind, but I knew um, through how you were kind of speaking about what you were doing, and you kind of installed you did install some confidence and trust, along with I have produced results in the past in my life in numerous different areas. So I had
Mhm.
evidence of things that I have done, along with you're installing like this 100% confidence into me. That really helped the fear and the doubt that everyone has, right?
Sure, sure. So here he is, wife, kids. You have two kids, right?
Yeah, yep. I got a whole
Okay.
family, two kids, a wife. We're brand new state,
Oh,
completely
okay.
changed careers, and so like,
Hmm.
yeah, it's it's a little scary. It's a little
Yeah. Yeah. That's okay though. Cause guys, Nick came out swinging. And when I say came out swinging, it means he started dialing with our scripts July 1st of last year. Okay. So about 7 months ago. Right. And Nick, do you happen to recall how many listing appointments you got your first 30 days?
the first 30 days I didn't get any
Not
listings.
listing appointments.
Oh, listing appointments 11.
Okay. So he got 11 listing appointments in 20 days of prospecting. You guys with me? Okay. Cause it's Monday through Friday. Okay. And then what happened during month two?
In month two, I converted two of them
Okay.
to
So,
listings.
okay. So brand new agent just got licensed last April, started dialing in July. Within 60 days, two commercial exclusive listings. Awesome. Okay. By the end of the third month, so by the end of September, right? How many listings did you have at that point?
So yeah, I had five listings at the end of September total. So I got three in the
Okay.
September.
And so three in your third month. Okay. So
Yeah.
zero listings the first month, but he did get 11 at bats. He got 11 listing appointments booked and attended. Okay. Two listings the next month, three listings the next month. And then some of these things, they started to go under contract. Am I right?
Yeah. So no, that in Q4. In
In
Q4, I started getting
Q4.
some stuff under yeah, I got a my first
Okay.
commercial property went under contract in Q4.
Okay. So October, November-ish, say.
Yeah, it was November 10th was the effective
Okay.
date.
Love it. And then you just closed that first one out just recently, right?
Yeah, I closed that February 1st.
February 1st. Love it, guys. So he started dialing. He took 5 listings. One of them has already sold, and within 6, 7 months, he was able to close one of them. Now, tell me what your pipeline is looking like now.
Yeah. So my pipeline, as far as I got two more under contract, and I got about $12 million worth of listings.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm sorry. I think I heard something wrong. Did you say you have $12 million worth of listings?
Yeah. Yeah, 12 million.
7, 8 months into the business, guys.
Yeah.
Type a 12 in the chat, right? If you would like to have $12 million worth of listings in the next 6, 7, 8 months, right? That's what we're talking about, folks. Now, Nick, you're human, right? You're not superhuman.
No, 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 no.
Do you
That's
work
the
24
average.
hours a day, right?
No, no.
Okay. So you're a dad. You're there for your kids. In fact, I just saw one of his daughters a second ago, right? Like you're like attend all family events. You're there for at the end of the day when they're having
I'm
dinner
a full
and
time dad. We got
full.
soccer. We got, I try to take them to school. Like I'm a full time dad for real.
Okay. Okay. Full-time dad. And are you making like, 1,000 dials a day?
Absolutely not.
How many? Ballpark.
Um, the goal is a 50, like you say, and sometimes
Mm-hmm.
I'll go a little bit over. Sometimes I'll come up a little bit short.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll only get 20. But I
All
mean,
right.
I've been consistent. But if I average it out over like the whole time frame, it's probably be 40, close to 50 for, a day.
Okay. So we're average more somewhere around 50. Okay. And how
Yeah,
long does it take you to do those 50 dials?
about 45 minutes. Hour max,
All right,
45 to
folks.
60 minutes.
Ah, 45 to 60 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
Guys, Nick is there for his children. He's there for his family. He's got a full pipeline. He's got $12 million of listings. He does it in exactly 45 minutes to 60 minutes a day. Folks, type that's me if you would want to have the exact same experience. Does it sound like he's working 24 hours a day? Does it sound like he's some sort of superhuman, or does it sound like he's following a process? And most importantly, he's very consistent at doing the process. Now, do you do this 7 days a week,
No,
6 days
no,
a week, more like 5?
no, it's 5.
Okay, okay. Just want to make sure. So it's more or less about 5 hours a week of prospecting with the right message to the right person at the right time. Is that a fair analysis?
That's fair. Yeah.
Okay. And then okay, and in your words, Nick, like what is like the biggest contributor to your success? Like what do you think is the thing that like moves the needle the most for you?
Systemically, as far as the process goes,
Mm-hmm.
it's just being persistent with it.
Okay.
Not only being consistent, but being persistent with the people.
Okay.
After you meet with them, that's probably the biggest thing that I've seen. Every single listing that I have, I've had to call them numerous. Actually, I'm going to share this because this is powerful. The
Love it.
one that because the very first one that I closed, I'll never forget this day. So I called this guy quite a few times. It wasn't one of the guys that I called the most, but on a Friday, I called him. He didn't answer, so I was like, "Man, I'm just going to shoot him an email because he's kind of an email guy."
Right.
And I shot him an email and said, "Hey, your contracts. I just sent you the reminder to sign your contract, and all I
Mm-hmm.
said was, can you do that for me today?"
Mm-hmm.
And he did it.
You don't ask, you don't get, right, guys?
It was a direct question. I said, "Hey, it's in your inbox. Can you do this for me today?" He texted me back and he said, "Happy hunting." I'll never forget it. And I got him $125,000 more dollars than he listed for last time, and $25,000 over asking. He's like the happiest person ever last week or February
Love
1st.
it. Love it. Okay. So basically simple, follow up. Yeah,
That's
you're
it.
already
Follow
good
up,
at creating
persistent.
relationships. Yeah. Follow. Yeah. Now, of the listings that you've taken, how many of them have you taken like on the first meeting, and how many of them have you gotten like through follow up?
I haven't taken any on the first meeting.
Right.
Mine's been all through grinding them out and staying persistent. Not one
That's it.
single one is. Some
That's
of them
it.
have taken 60 to 90 days.
Yep. Yep. And that's the thing that I want to point out, folks. A lot of people think, oh, I didn't get the listing. Oh, dang, never going to get it. What do we know? What is the one simple behavior? And guys, write this down for everybody on the call. Nick, what is the one thing that I always tell you to do? How often do you follow up? Right? Because everyone knows the fortune is in the follow up. In fact, type the word fortune in the chat if you guys know that fortune is in follow up. Okay. Now, Nick, what is the very simple fix to make sure that you're reaching out to people enough times? Because I think there's one guy that you reached out to him like, I think it was like it took you 60 days to get him reeled in, right? What
Yeah.
is it that you do every Friday at 10 a.m.?
I call every single person that I've had a meeting with.
Boom. It's just that simple. And you just have a little time blocked off on your calendar?
That's it. Time blocking. I feel like with your system, time blocking is just the way to go. Like I got literally, I got a paper right here, and it's in my calendar, but I still have like my screen's blurred. But I got a
Yep.
paper, and
Yep.
it's just the time block. I just because I feel I can look at it, just so it's like literally like the back of my hand.
Love
I
it.
still look at it every day, just on paper.
Love it. Good, 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 good. Because that's the biggest thing. And folks, do me a favor, type a one in the chat if like you've ever like not you know you're doing some of the right things in your day, but you just don't know what you're supposed to be doing at what time or in what order or what the highest value. Because there's no instruction manual with being an agent or a broker, right? How many of you guys have ever felt that way? Like there's no you don't know any like right or way doing like you know how to put your pants on like one leg at a time, you know how to brush your teeth, right? But like there's no right generally accepted way of doing things. So does Nick, does it give you comfort to know to have like what that structure needs to look like and know when you're supposed to be doing when?
Yeah, no, I flourish with that, man. I really do because if I can get on just like if I can just get on a straight path and just
Mm-hmm.
go,
Mm-hmm.
then I do well with that.
Love it. Love it. Awesome. Because it's funny. There's one thing I've noticed before for those of you that are like big into exercise and stuff like that, or any sort of activity that requires consistency over time and dedication. I knew you were going to plug into this great. Why? Because for you to like build like a strong physique or for you to like be there to coach other people, you have to be able to be consistent, right? So guys, how many of you know that consistency is key? Type that in the chat. Consistency is key. These are the lessons, these are the takeaways I want you to get. Because if I told you at the top of the call, I'm about to show you a guy who knows, who came from a different industry, right? Who knows nobody in the city that he just moved to, okay? But yet he was able to take 11 listing appointments in 1 month, take 2 listings the next month, take 3 listings the following month. The following month, put one of those listings under contract, already closed one. And here's the best part. Nick, what do you forecasted to close in Q1 of this year? That means by the end of March. So another 45 days from now.
So I got it on my calculator right here. So right now my total GCI will be $108,000.
108. Guys, from 0 to 108K 2 quarters later. You with me? Love it. And then what is your goal for this year?
My goal is 500K
Yeah.
GCI.
You guys hear that certainty in his voice? Type a one in the chat if you know that he's going to do it. You hear that? Okay. And if it's available for Nick, why can't you guys do it, right? Brand new agent, new city, no sphere of influence, right? He had no benefits working for him, right? But he had a system and he brought the discipline and the determination. That makes sense, guys? Type D and D if you bring the discipline and determination. All right, folks? So, Nick, it has been an absolute pleasure kind of watching you flourish, dude. And I can't wait to see what the next couple of years are. Like you're gonna be crushing. If you do 500 this year, you're gonna be doing 7 figures next year, right? That's just the way it works out because there's a snowball effect to all of this. And when you start getting real good at double ending deals, that's how it works. All right. So Nick, what are like some of your biggest takeaways? Like if you could just like kind of encapsulate into like a couple key thoughts and things to remind people of, what would you tell somebody that maybe is like tried a few things and didn't have success, or they're considering getting into commercial, or they're just like feel like they're spinning their wheels? What would you say?
I would say you got to get clarity on what you want.
Mm-hmm.
I would say you got to have clarity around what's my goal? Why am I on this call? Like why am I even on a Zoom call right now? Like why do I want to do commercial? Like you have to know why you're doing something or you'll just be all over the place.
Makes sense. Yep. So the
Um,
clarity gives you the conviction, if I'm hearing you right.
yes, sir.
Yep. Yep. Love it. Awesome. 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 And do you think you would have been able to do it if you tried to figure it out on your own, trying to use whatever free resources you had at your brokerage and that sort of thing?
Oh man, no, absolutely not. And it's so cool because I'm on a residential team at EXP. It's kind of cool being the commercial guy on the residential team. Everyone's like, oh man, they're seeing what I'm doing, but they're my mentors, right? Like the people that are my mentors that run the team, they're really in awe of what I'm doing. And they're like, man, we really don't even. They're like, we really don't even do anything for you. Like, they're like trying to help, like just like, hey, what can we do for you? Because they're just like, you're just going. I'm like, yeah, I fall like I just stay focused on my commercial coaches system, and I don't really dive into much else.
Yep. Good. Good. Because that's the thing that I always tell people is like, if you look at too many different things, you chase too many rabbits, you catch none, right? Just the grass is always going to be green where you water. So follow one methodology and just do it 100%. Guys, type 100% in the chat if you think that Nick's doing this 100%, and more importantly that you could do it too, right? Because Nick is just flesh and blood, but all he did was he put his head down, he believed in a system, and he did the work every day. Does that make sense, guys? Does that make sense? Right? Does Nick's story fire anybody up? Type fire if this fires you up, guys, because that's why I brought him on, because he's a perfect example of without a system, most agents, they spin their tires. There's a 97% failure rate in the first 3 years, guys. I'm sorry, the first 2 years, right? 97% failure rate. There's a 3% chance that you're going to make it, okay, without a system, without the proper training, right? So I brought Nick on because number one, I wanted to congratulate you, buddy. Like you fire me up. It's a pleasure to work with you, man. I can't wait to keep you going. Yeah. Like Nick's going to be living in a big, big house someday. And like, he's going to be the owner of his own company. Like it's coming. It's a very short period of time before that happens. But point I'm making is, if you have a system and you have the determination and you have the drive and you put it all together, there's literally no limit. If we can take an agent from in a brand new market that has never closed so much as one transaction and get them taking listings, think of what we could do for you folks if maybe you've been in the business 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 years and just haven't quite hit that like inflection point yet, right? So Nick, buddy, I wish you continued success. Thank you again for being here. And for those of you that want to get the exact same blueprint as Nick, folks, guess what? We are doing a live presentation tomorrow, okay? 1 p.m. In the afternoon, Eastern Standard, okay? If for those of you that would like to learn the exact blueprint that Nick used and the exact 9-step process, type a 1 in the chat, okay? Just want to make sure that we're talking to the right room here. Because folks, at the end of the day, right? There we go. Scott's with me. Amin's with me. Lisa's with me. Okay, cool. Okay, we got the right crowd here. All right, guys, I'm gonna drop a link in here, but please, don't sign up for it if you don't intend to come here. This is only for people that want to change their life and they want to change their life fast, just like Nick is, right? Nick got up to speed just as fast as about any brand new agent can, right? And he is crushing it. And this is going to be his 5. Guys, type a 500 in the chat if you believe Nick's going to hit 500 this year. Because you know what? I'm going to be the first one to type it in. Boom. Oh, Scott beat me to it, right? That's what's up. Everybody's sending you good vibes, Nick. All
I
right.
love it. No,
So
thank you.
thank you so much, buddy. So folks, we're doing a presentation tomorrow. Come, pay attention, take notes, right? Because what we're going to be showing you is the exact same blueprint that we gave Nick that got him to where he is and was it's going to get him to that 500 mark in the next 12 months. All right, folks. So Nick, again, thank you, pal. I'll see you tomorrow in class, and keep up continued success, man. Wishing you all the best, right? And for those of you that want that link, I'm going to go ahead one more time. Oh, on the Facebook side. Give me 1 second, folks. Okay, let's see. All right. Give me 1 second. There we go. Okay, cool. Boom. All right. Sweet. All right. So, folks, if you have determination and if you have the drive and if you know that you just need that roadmap, you just need the blueprint, you just need to know, plug into the GPS to get to your location. Okay. That's exactly what we're going to install in your business for you. Okay. We take you through a 9-step process, and the 9-step process is very simple. Okay. We show you what to say. We coach you on how to say it so that you're reaching out to the right person with the right message and at the right time. Once you have those 3 things, Nick, is it fair to say once you get those 3 things dialed in, sky's the limit, right?
That's it.
Yep. Yep. Awesome. Cool. Well, so again, Nick, thank you so much, buddy. Really appreciate it. Love watching you perform and love seeing you grow. And when tell everybody, by the way, what that latest the latest transaction that just went under contract for you today.
Yeah, so it's a medical office. I got in Kissimmee, Florida. It's a 5,000 square foot medical office building. Got it under contract for 1.5 million, 1.5.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's going to close in March, towards the end of March, but it's going to be a part of Q1.
Right. Love it. Guys, what's 3 points on 1.5 million? Do the math. Okay. Last I checked, it's about $45,000. What's your excuse, guys? I can think of 45,000 reasons why you guys should be there tomorrow, because that's the exact blueprint that Nick got that took him there in 7 months' time. All right, folks. So see you this time next week. Take care now. Bye-bye.